Welcome to some new r/malicious compliance stories, where people comply to the letter, but not the spirit of a request. I hope you had a great day. Thanks for all the likes and comments on the last video. If you would like to support this channel, please hit the like button and consider subscribing if you enjoy the content. And now let's start with the first story. It's called No Replacements. I bought all the ceiling fans in my home from Home Depot. I wanted them all to match throughout the house. I even bought Home Depot's in-house brand because I wanted to make sure I would have easy access to parts should anything happen to one. Well, the time came and one of my fans had the light panel go out. It's a panel of LED lights. I took the light to Home Depot and told them I just needed a new light to replace the one that went out. I had tried looking on the internet for a replacement, but there were only knockoffs that were unclear about whether or not it would work on my fan. The customer service agent just started yelling "Rico" to some guy 50 meters away. Rico came over, took one look without any prompting or opener and said, "You have to go through the manufacturer for that part." I told him that's why I was there. Home Depot is the manufacturer. This set off Rico. He said, "Well, there's nothing you can do because we don't sell those." So I asked, "How do I replace a light bulb on a product your company makes?" He said, "You have to buy a new fan." Cue malicious compliance. I said, "Cool, I'll do that." So I bought a new fan. I removed the light panel from it and replaced my light panel. I put the old one back in the brand new box and returned it, telling the customer service agent that Rico said I could return it if it didn't work out for me. She completed the return and I got my light bulb from Home Depot. Screw those idiots that made that bad decision at Home Depot. The next story is called Can't Give It To You. This happened a few years ago. I was out of town with my wife on vacation and she forgot to pack her curling iron. We'd been out for a couple of days, but she wanted to look nice for a dinner party we were going to. She wanted to buy a new one anyways, so I started searching for options online to see if a local store had one she liked. To our surprise, not only was the one she wanted in stock, it had a huge discount and was available for pickup at a nearby store. It was a large enough chain to have stores in all major cities across the country. We placed the order and drive to the store. We go to the hair product section where we are supposed to pick it up. There, this rude lady who seems to be in a hurry says we can't pick it up yet as they need to send it from the warehouse that's exclusive for online orders. We can see there's a bunch of them on the shelf next to her. I'm aware that some stores do work under the stupid process where they need to receive online product purchases first and give you those instead of what they have in stock for various reasons. But this wasn't the case. We've done this before and they'll just grab one from a shelf and give it to us. There's no serial number or anything that could make this one different from what they would have received to fulfill the order. So this lady was just being rude. She said there was nothing she could do, even though she could see our order as confirmed for pickup. At this point we would have cancelled the online order and purchased it in the store. But this lady really set us off and it didn't have a discount there. We told this lady we had cancelled the online order and we wanted to buy one from the shelf. She immediately changed her attitude and sold it to us without complaining. We went back to our Airbnb. My wife used it for that particular event and for the next few days. Then I called the store to confirm that our online order was ready and they said it was. So we went back to the store and guess who was there again? We go to the counter, ask for our order and she gets it for us. She didn't seem to recognize us. So as soon as she gives us the online order package, I tell her that we need to return this too and give her the curling iron we bought from her. She then recognized us and just stood there watching for a few seconds. Then she goes back to her jerky tone and asks why we are returning it. We don't need it anymore. She calls her manager and tells him that we are asking to return a product that doesn't have a problem and that we are returning it because we don't need it anymore. It was like she was expecting him to tell her not to proceed with the return. He obviously tells her that as long as it's within the stated 30-day period after the purchase, it's returnable for any reason unless we damaged it. The manager leaves and the lady doesn't say a thing after that, but we can clearly see she's mad. We get a full refund and leave with our brand new curling iron again. We later found out that they can in fact just grab any product they have in stock if they confirm the order. But they need to do some extra steps to match it to their inventory later and they don't get a commission. So this lady was probably expecting to pass it on to the next shift. In short, there was no reason for her to not fulfill our order other than wanting a commission and being lazy. In the end, she wasted more time and didn't get a commission from our purchase. The last story is called Don't Touch It. This happened about 5 years ago. I used to work at a dealership. I was part of the detailing crew. There were about 5 of us in that department, but only 3 of us were on site at a time. When a sales rep makes a sale on a vehicle, they bring it to us to get it detailed along with stickers removed from windows. Nothing too serious, as they are already fairly clean. The way these dealerships works is, there's only one detailing department for 5 different dealerships. So we would detail cars for Toyota, Volkswagen, Nissan, GMC and Hyundai. So yes, a fairly small detailing squad for 5 different dealerships. It sounds a lot, but surprisingly it wasn't too bad. This specific sales rep, we'll call him Jake, was married to this other sales rep, we'll call Mary. For whatever reason, Jake hated my guts for almost the entire time I was employed there. No idea why. My assumption is that one day he saw me talking to his wife, who I didn't know was his wife at the time. But that's because I was getting some info on a trade-in that came in and I was thinking about purchasing that car. I never ended up buying it. I just wanted to get more information about the car, how much the monthly payments would be, etc. I guess he didn't like me talking to her, so he held a grudge against me. Also, I want to note that I have been in the detailing field for about 6 years at the time. So I had my fair share of experience, and I was actually one of the best detailers in that department. One day, Jake came up to our department with a sold unit, and I kind of overheard him talking to one of my coworkers about me. He was talking behind my back, and he was saying rude stuff about me, but I wasn't able to make out most of the things he was saying. One particular line I did understood was, "Hey, I have this car here. Customer wants to just remove the stickers, nothing else. Also, make sure that guy never touches the cars I bring up. Okay? Do I make myself clear? He doesn't know what he's doing, and he's an idiot." I acted like I didn't just hear what he said and continued working on my own stuff and thought to myself, what did I do to the guy that he doesn't like me? But whatever, I guess. If he doesn't want me to touch his car, then be it. One day, I was the only one that showed up. One guy called out, and the other said he'll be really late. I didn't mind. That day was also the day that Jake brought a sold unit first thing in the morning to us for a cleaning, and I was the only one there. He didn't know that. He thought the other guys were here working on another car or whatnot. He dropped the car there, left the keys on a board where we keep the other keys, and he walked away. Little did he know I was alone. I did not touch his car as per his request. The car sat there for 4 hours. He came up to pick up the car and noticed that it hasn't been touched at all. He came to me, mad, and said, "Why hasn't my car been touched? Did no one touch it?" I said, "No, Jake, no one touched the car." Which he replied with, "Why? The customer is waiting. Why didn't you do it?" And I said, "Oh no, I can't. You said do not let me touch whatever car you bring to us because I don't know what I am doing and I am an idiot. Sadly, I'm the only one here at the moment, so I guess you'll have to wait for the next guy to show up." Assuming he does show up today. He looked shocked and started apologizing because he said, "I didn't mean any of that." I just ignored him and went back to doing what I was doing. He had to explain to his customers that he had to reschedule them for another date. Our boss later found out about what happened. He had a long talk with him about treating his fellow colleagues with respect and not to discriminate against anyone for any reason at all. And with that, we end today's video. Let me know what you think about the stories. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the stories and today's video? I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like what I do and want to support me, please subscribe and hit the like button. I hope you have a great day. Stay safe. Bye bye.